Stand in front of a mirror, right now. Or the next time you are in the bathroom, lock the door, turn on the light, and really look. Don't look at your hair. Don't look at your skin. Don't look at the imperfections you are trying to hide. Look directly into your own pupils. Look past the physical reflection and ask yourself one brutal question. Who is living inside this body? Because for most of you, if you are honest, truly honest, the answer is terrifying. No one is home. You are physically present. You take up space. You breathe. You eat. You go to work. But your spirit, your mind, it is gone. It is scattered across 1,000 digital servers. It is fragmented into 10,000 notifications. It is lost in the opinions of people who do not know your name. You are walking through life like a ghost. You think ghost mode is what we are going to learn today? No. You are already a ghost. You are transparent. When people look at you, they look right through you because you have no weight. You have no gravity. You have no presence. You are tired. But let me tell you something that the doctors won't tell you. You are not tired because you lack sleep. You are not tired because you work too hard. You are tired of you. You are exhausted by the effort it takes to maintain this fake version of yourself. The version that smiles when it wants to scream. The version that says yes when it means no. The version that scrolls for 3 hours every night because it is terrified of sitting in silence for 3 minutes. You are a battery that is leaking acid. And deep down, you know it. You feel it in your chest when you wake up in the morning. That heavy, sinking feeling that says, here we go again. Another day of pretending. Today we are going to end the pretense. I am not here to give you tips. I am not here to tell you how to be more productive. I am here to preside over a funeral. If you want to fix your life, not just patch it up, but truly fix it, the old version of you must die. It must be buried. It must be left behind so that something new, something strong, something unrecognizable can be born. We call this the Ghost Mode Protocol. For the next 21 days, we are going to initiate a controlled shutdown of your social existence. We are going to unplug you from the matrix of noise. We are going to strip away the distractions, the addictions, and the excuses until there is nothing left but the raw truth. I warn you now, this will not be fun. It will not be comfortable. Your ego will scream. Your friends might worry. Your mind will try to sabotage you every single hour. So, if you are looking for a shortcut, click away. Go watch a video that tells you what you want to hear. But if you are ready to reclaim your soul, if you are ready to stop being a ghost and start being a force of nature, then stay. And listen closely. Because before we can escape the prison, we must understand how the lock works. Why have you failed before? Think about the last time you tried to change. You said, I will start on Monday. You bought the books. You wrote the plan. You felt motivated. And 3 days later, you were back on the couch, back on the phone, back in the old habits. You blame yourself. You say, I am weak. I have no discipline. I am broken. Stop. You are not broken. You are hijacked. You are trying to fight a biological war with spiritual weapons, and you are losing because you do not understand the enemy. The enemy is not out there. The enemy is in your pocket, and worse, the enemy has rewritten the chemistry of your brain. In Shaolin, we speak of the monkey mind, Xinyuan, the mind that jumps from branch to branch, restless, never satisfied. But the modern world has turned that monkey into a monster. We live in the age of the dopamine zombie. Biologically, your brain is designed to seek rewards. In ancient times, dopamine was the currency of survival. You felt it when you found food. You felt it when you built shelter. You felt it when you found a mate. The reward was expensive. It required effort. It required pain. Today, the reward is free. Every time you see a red notification, dopamine. Every time you swipe down and the feed refreshes, dopamine. Every time you see a like, dopamine. You have flooded your system with unearned pleasure. Imagine a car engine. If you pour too much fuel into it without moving, the engine floods. It stalls. It cannot start. That is your brain. You are flooded. You are drowning in cheap pleasure, which is why you have zero drive for real accomplishment. Why would your brain motivate you to build a business or build a body which takes years of pain when it can get the same chemical hit from a 15-second video? It wouldn't. It's not logical. So when you try to use willpower to fight this, you are fighting a losing battle. Willpower is a limited resource. Biology is a constant force. You cannot hold your breath forever. Eventually, the body gasps for air. Eventually, the addicted brain gasps for dopamine. This is why you feel anxious when you are away from your phone. This is why you feel bored the moment the stimulation stops. In Buddhism, we call this nivarana, the hindrances. The specific hindrance you are suffering from is restlessness and worry, uddhacca kukucha. Your mind is like a pot of boiling water. If you try to look into boiling water, can you see your reflection? No. You only see bubbles. You only see chaos. You cannot make good decisions in this state. You cannot find your purpose in this state. You cannot find yourself when the water is boiling. So, the first step of the ghost mode protocol is not to add new habits. It is to take the pot off the fire. We must stop the boiling. We must cool the water. And to do that, we must enter the void. Many of you are terrified of the void. You think that if you disconnect, you will miss out. You have FOMO, fear of missing out. Let me reframe this for you. You are not missing out on the world. The world is missing out on you, because right now, you are giving the world a diluted, weak, distracted version of yourself. You are giving your family half your attention. You are giving your dreams 5% of your energy. What would happen if you took all that scattered energy, that chi that is leaking out of your eyes into the screen, and pulled it back inside? What would happen if you sealed the vessel? This is the essence of ghost mode. It is the decision to become a closed circuit, to stop the leak, to conserve your life force until you are so full of power that you can no longer be contained. But to do this, you must prepare the environment. You cannot heal an addict in a drug den. You cannot heal a distracted mind in a chaotic room. We are about to enter the funeral of the old self. Now that you understand the prison, we must plan the escape. Most people fail at this stage because they rely on motivation. They say, I will just use my phone less. I will just try to focus more. This is a lie. You cannot overcome an addiction while living in the environment that created it. If you want to change your mind, you must first change your geography. We are going to perform a funeral for the old version of you. And like any funeral, it requires preparation. It requires a setting. It requires a separation between the living and the dead. Step 1. The sanctuary, environmental design. Look at your room. Look at your desk. What do you see? Clothes on the chair, old papers, 3 different screens, a half-finished project, a video game console. Every single object in your line of sight is fighting for a piece of your attention. Your brain is constantly scanning your environment, processing every item. I need to wash that. I need to finish that. I should play that. Even when you are trying to work, your brain is running a background program to ignore the clutter. This drains your battery. This leaks your chi. To enter ghost mode, you must turn your room into a monk cell. I am not asking you to sell your possessions. I am asking you to remove the visual noise. If it does not serve your immediate purpose, it must be invisible. Clean your desk. Leave only the one thing you are working on. Make your bed the moment you wake up. Why? Because if you cannot control the chaos in your room, how can you expect to control the chaos in your mind? A clean space is a silent space, and silence is the only soil where focus can grow. Step 2. The digital lobotomy. Now, take out your phone. This device is the weapon of the enemy, but it can also be the tool of the master. It depends on who is holding it. For the next 21 days, you must perform a digital lobotomy. First, turn off all non-human notifications. If it is not a text from a real human being or a call, you do not need to know about it. You do not need to know that a YouTuber uploaded a video. You do not need to know that someone liked your photo. You do not need to know the breaking news. If it is important, the world will find a way to tell you. If it is not, it is just noise designed to steal your life. Second, turn your screen to grayscale, black and white. Your brain is attracted to the bright, candy-colored icons. They are designed by engineers to trigger your primitive instincts. Red, orange, bright blue. These colors scream, "Look at me." When you turn your phone to black and white, you break the spell. The Instagram feed becomes boring. The TikTok videos lose their shine. You will find that you naturally stop scrolling because the chemical reward is gone. Third, delete the infinity pools. Any app that allows you to scroll forever, TikTok, Instagram Reels, Twitter, Facebook, must be deleted from your phone. But I need them for work. Then use them on your desktop computer. Add friction. Make it difficult to access. If you have to sit down, log in, and type a password to see the feed, you will only do it when necessary. If it is in your pocket, you will do it when you are weak. Step 3. The social resignation letter. This is the hardest part. This is where you separate the wolves from the sheep. You cannot just disappear without a word. That is childish. That creates drama, and drama is noise. We want zero noise. You must issue a declaration of absence. You are going to send a message to your close friends, your family, and anyone who expects your attention. You are not asking for permission. You are informing them of your protocol. It sounds like this. Friends, for the next 21 days, I'm going offline to focus on a critical project and reset my health. I will not be checking messages or social media. If there is a genuine emergency, call me. Otherwise, I will see you on the other side. Do not take my silence personally. I am building something. Send it. And then, put the phone away. Do you feel that fear in your stomach? That is the fear of rejection. What if they get mad? What if they stop inviting me? Good, let them. If someone gets angry because you are taking 3 weeks to improve your life, that person is not your friend. That person is an energy vampire. They do not love you. They love the access they have to you. They love that you are a convenient distraction for their boredom. By setting this boundary, you are running a filter on your life. The people who respect you will say, "Go for it. We will be here." The people who use you will get offended. Let the offended ones go. You are lightening the load. You are cleaning the ship before you sail into the storm. The rule of hell yes or no. During these 21 days, you will face opportunities. People will ask you to go out. They will ask for favors. You must apply the binary rule. If the answer is not a screaming hell yes, then it is a no. Maybe is poison. I'll think about it is a leak. Do I want to go to this dinner? If you don't feel it in your gut, no. Do I want to help with this project? If it doesn't align with your mission, no. You must become ruthless with your time. You are treating your time like water in a desert. You cannot afford to spill a single drop on things that do not keep you alive. Now, the room is clean. The phone is silent. The friends have been warned. The door is locked. You are standing in the center of your sanctuary. It is quiet. And this is where the real pain begins. Because now, there is nothing left to distract you from the truth. The funeral is over. The descent begins. Now the door is closed. The phone is off. The world is outside. And you are alone. Do not think that because you have cleaned your room, you have won. You have merely stepped into the ring. The fight has not even begun. Over the next 21 days, you are going to walk through 3 distinct hells. I call them hells not to scare you, but to prepare you. If you know the enemy is coming, you can stand your ground. If you are surprised, you will run. Most men quit on day 4. Why? Because they think something is wrong. They feel pain and they think, this isn't working. I am telling you now, the pain means it is working. Week 1, the hell of withdrawal. The body fights back. Days 1 through 7 are pure biological warfare. Your body is addicted to the cheap dopamine you have been feeding it for years. When you cut the supply, your body will rebel. You will not feel enlightened. You will not feel peaceful. You will feel irritated. You will feel lethargic. You will feel a fog in your brain so thick you can barely think. You will catch your hand reaching for your pocket to check a phone that isn't there. This is the phantom limb of the digital age. You will feel vibrations that don't exist. Your mind will try to trick you. It will say, just check email for work. Just look at the weather. Just one song. Do not negotiate with terrorists. Your mind in this stage is a terrorist holding your potential hostage. If you give in, even once, you reset the clock. You teach your brain that if it screams loud enough, you will obey. How do you survive week 1? You do not fight it with your mind. You fight it with your body. Anxiety is physical energy trapped in the system. When you feel the urge to scroll, drop to the floor and do 20 push-ups until your chest burns. When you feel the urge to pace around the room, stand in Mabu, horse stance. Let your legs shake. You must replace the cheap dopamine of the screen with the expensive endorphins of pain and effort. You are retraining your biology. You are telling your central nervous system, we do not get pleasure from glowing rectangles anymore. We get pleasure from conquering gravity. By day 7, you will be exhausted, but you will be free of the twitch. The physical compulsion will break. Week 2, the hell of the void. The ego dies. Days 8 through 14 are dangerous for a different reason. The physical addiction is gone. The noise is gone. But now, the silence becomes deafening. When you remove the distraction, you remove the anesthetic. All the thoughts, all the memories, all the regrets you have been numbing with Netflix and Instagram, they are still there. And now, they have nowhere to hide. This is the hell of the void. You will face the shadow. You will remember the time you failed. You will remember the relationship you ruined. You will feel the loneliness of your existence. You will ask the terrifying question, who am I without the applause? Many men break here. They run back to the noise because the silence is too honest. They cannot look in the mirror, but in Shaolin, we know that the only way out is through. Do not run from the shadow. Invite it for tea. Sit with it. When the bad memories come, do not push them away. Observe them. Write them down. I feel lonely. Good. Write it. I feel like a failure. Good. Write it. You are purging the emotional poison from your system. You are lancing the boil. It is messy. You might cry. You might feel rage. You might sleep for 12 hours. Let it happen. This is not a breakdown. This is a breakthrough. You are meeting yourself for the first time in years. You are peeling off the mask. The ego is dying, screaming as it dissolves, because it realizes you no longer need it to survive. Keep walking through the fire. Because on the other side of this void is the Genesis. Week 3. The hell of reconstruction, the flow state. Around day 15, something shifts. You wake up, and the fog is gone. The colors in the room look sharper. The food tastes better. Your focus is like a laser beam. You have entered the reconstruction phase. Your dopamine receptors have healed. They have reset to their natural baseline. Now you do not need a flashing screen to feel good. You feel good just by breathing. You feel good just by working. This is when the superpowers emerge. You will sit down to work, and instead of being distracted every 3 minutes, you will look up and realize 3 hours have passed. You have entered deep flow. The work that used to feel like torture now feels like play. You are writing, building, creating, training with a ferocity that scares you. You are not forcing yourself to work anymore. You are pulled by a vision. You realize that you have endless energy. You realize that the fatigue you felt for years wasn't physical, it was mental weight. And now that you have dropped the weight of the world's opinions, you are light. You are fast. In this week, you must be careful not to burn out. You have so much raw power available that you will want to do everything at once. Channel it. Pick one major goal, just one, and unleash this new nuclear energy upon it. In these 7 days, day 15 to 21, you will accomplish more than you did in the last 6 months of your distracted life. I promise you this, but understand, you only get to week 3 if you survive the withdrawal of week 1 and the emotional purging of week 2. You cannot skip the desert to get to the oasis. And then, day 22 arrives. The protocol ends. The door unlocks. You turn your phone back to color. You check your messages. This is the most dangerous moment of your entire life. Most men, after completing a challenge, make a fatal mistake. They think the challenge was the destination. They think, I did it, I survived, now I can go back to normal. If you go back to normal, you have wasted 21 days of suffering. You have wasted my time, and you have wasted your life. Normal is the disease we just cured. Normal is the ghost. Normal is the sleepwalker. You are not going back. You are returning. And there is a massive difference. When a king returns from a long war, he does not go back to sleeping in the mud with the soldiers. He returns to the throne. He brings the strength of the war back to the palace. You are entering the maintenance phase. The world hasn't changed in 21 days. It is still loud. It is still chaotic. It is still addicted to stupidity. But you have changed. You are now vibrating at a different frequency. You have tasted the power of silence. You have felt the roar of deep focus. So, how do you live in a sick society without getting infected again? You must adopt the visitor mindset. From this day forward, you are a tourist in the world of noise. When you open social media, because you will use it again, but now as a tool, not a drug, you enter as a visitor. You look at the exhibits. You see the drama. You see the outrage. You see the people fighting in the comments. But you do not touch the glass. You do not get involved. You observe it with detachment, like a scientist observing monkeys in a cage. You say to yourself, look at them. Look at how they waste their energy. I remember when I used to be in that cage. And then, you leave the museum. You close the app. You return to your reality. You are in the world, but not of the world. The social shockwave. When you reintegrate with your friends and family, prepare for a shock. They will sense the change immediately. They won't be able to name it. You look the same. You dress the same. But your eyes are different. There is a stillness in them that makes people uncomfortable. This is the uncanny valley of success. When you stop needing their validation, you become dangerous to their ego. They will try to pull you back. This is the crab bucket theory. When one crab tries to escape the bucket, the other crabs don't cheer. They grab his legs and pull him back down. They will try to feed you the old drugs. They will try to gossip with you. They will try to complain about politics. They will try to show you a stupid video. They are testing you. They are checking, is he still one of us, or has he ascended? Do not preach to them. Do not tell them, I am on a higher level now. That is arrogance. Just refuse the drug. When they gossip, stay silent. When they complain, offer a solution or say nothing. When they try to waste your time, simply smile and leave. Your silence will act as a mirror. When they look at you and see your discipline, your focus, your calm, they will see their own chaos reflected back at them. Some will hate you for it, but the right ones, the ones who are also ready to wake up, they will follow you. You lead by example, not by explanation. The Golden Hour Rule. To ensure you never slip back into the coma, you must keep one law sacred forever, the law of the first hour. No matter what happens, no matter how busy you are, the first 60 minutes of your day belong to the ghost mode. For the first hour of every morning, the phone stays off. The world stays out. That hour is for your body, Qigong training, and your mind, meditation study. You must anchor your spirit in the void before you step into the marketplace. If you win the morning, you win the day. If you lose the morning to the phone, you are a slave until sunset. We have walked a long path today. We started in the mirror, looking at a ghost. We diagnosed the prison of dopamine. We cleaned the sanctuary. We walked through the 3 hells of withdrawal, void, and reconstruction. And now, you stand at the threshold of a new life. I know what you are thinking. Shi Heng, this is too hard. I can't do 21 days. I have work. I have kids. I have obligations. Do not insult me, and do not insult yourself. You have time to scroll for 2 hours a day, but you don't have time to reclaim your soul. You have the energy to argue with strangers on the internet, but you don't have the energy to build your own legacy. It is not a lack of time. It is a lack of purpose. The ghost mode is not a punishment. It is the greatest act of self-love you will ever perform. It is you saying to the universe, I value my potential more than I value my cheap entertainment. The door is open. The protocol is clear. The choice is yours. You can close this video, go back to the feed, and forget everything I said. You can go back to being a battery for the system. You can go back to being tired. Or, you can start day 0 right now. I want you to make a commitment, not to me. I do not need your commitment. My path is set. Make a commitment to the face in the mirror. If you are ready to kill the ghost and become the king. If you are ready to embrace the silence. If you are ready to disappear so you can finally be found. Then leave your mark below. Carve your oath into the digital stone. Write only 4 words. 4 words that signal the death of the old you and the birth of the master. Write, I am the void. And then, turn off the screen and go to work. Amituofo.